we are here for Palo Alto Firewall training. First of all, we will discuss the content, that what content we will discuss here. This is the content which we will cover in this in okay, what I was saying, that first of all, let's discuss the content which we will cover in this entire training. Okay, so this is the content which you can see on I-MEDITA website, www.imedita.com/Palo Alto training, or you can go to I-MEDITA website, classroom and Palo Alto training. Then you can see that this is the content which we will cover in this entire training. So let me brief you what is this and in which way or method we will cover it. So you can see, let me copy it. So this is the content which we will cover in this entire training. In this content, you will see here, first of all, we have here security platform and architecture section. In this section, we will discuss what is firewall and what are the firewall techniques available in the market. After that, we will go through with Palo Alto Firewall introduction, that how many features provided by Palo Alto and some another useful information. After firewall and Palo Alto introduction, we will go with initial configuration. In this section, we will learn how to set up Palo Alto lab in your PC or desktop. Whatever the resources required to set up lab, we will share with you with the help of Google Drive link. You can download them and you can make your lab, as well as I will also show you that how we can make the lab using those resources. After lab setup, we will do the basics of Palo Alto as we done at the time of CCNA, like how to access router. Same here, how to access Palo Alto Firewall, how to give basic information like DNS server, NTP server, time zone, how to give host name banner, how to enable telnet, SSH. In the Palo Alto basics, we will learn how to enable telnet, SSH, HTTP, HTTPS, as well as how to take backup of the configuration, how to restore the configuration, how to recover the password of Palo Alto Firewall, and how to upgrade the Palo Alto Firewall. So these practicals or labs we will do at the time of basics, and this entire training will be covered in two ways, with the help of GUI. First of all, we will do the things with the help of GUI. After GUI, we will learn the same things with the help of CLI. Palo Alto Firewall is a zone-based firewall here, and in every lab, we will learn that how to create zone, how to put interfaces in zone, and how to deploy policy from one zone to another zone. After that, we will learn here interface configuration. In this section, we will learn that how to configure static routing, default routing, and path monitoring on Palo Alto Firewall with the help of GUI and CLI. Now, it may be possible that you are thinking that what is path monitoring? Path monitoring is equivalent to SLA, service level agreement. As on Cisco devices, we do the configuration of SLA. With the help of SLA, we check reachability with next hop or beyond next hop device. So same thing, SLA is not called here. Palo Alto give or use a term for SLA like path monitoring. After static and default routing on Palo Alto, then we will move toward advanced routing. In advanced routing, Palo Alto support RIP, routing information protocol. So we will do the implementation and troubleshooting of RIP. Palo Alto Firewall also support OSPF. We will do implementation and troubleshooting. Palo Alto Firewall also support BGP, Border Gateway Protocol. We will do implementation and troubleshooting. After IPv4 routing, then we will move toward advanced advanced routing, like on IPv6, same static and default routing and path monitoring. Palo Alto support only OSPF v3 and MPBGP. We will do implementation and troubleshooting. So after learning basics and routing, then we will move to our next section, which is security and net policies, or we can say network address translation. We will do theory of network address translation, that what is net, why it is required, types of net available on Palo Alto. Then we will do practical static net, dynamic net, PAT. We will also do the netting lab of destination net. Then we will also do the lab of UNet or U-turn traffic net. Then on Palo Alto Firewall, you can also do network address translation on IPv6, but on Palo Alto, only static net is support for IPv6. So we will also cover that. After netting, we will move toward VPN section. In VPN, first of all, we will do the theory. What is VPN? What are the terms used for VPN? Then we will learn how to configure VPN on Palo Alto Firewall to Palo Alto Firewall with the help of IK version 1 and IK version 2. You can also configure VPN with the help of pre-shared key. You can also configure the VPN with the help of certificate authentication. We will do. Okay, mostly in any certification training, if you go for any certification training like Palo Alto, Cisco, or Checkpoint, whatever, they tell only the VPN, how to configure the VPN only on their product. But in industry, it will never happen that you will configure. It may be happen, but mostly you have to configure VPN with different vendors' devices. So we will learn here how to configure site-to-site VPN, Palo Alto to Cisco router, Palo Alto to Cisco ASA, Palo Alto to Fortinet, Palo Alto to Checkpoint, Palo Alto to Juniper. Along with implementation, we will also do troubleshooting, and you will also learn, or we will also do here, site-to-site VPN with overlapping subnet. More 99% you will not do such kind of implementation in any organization, but yes, 1% you can face such problem that you have two branches. In branch 1 and branch 2, they are using same subnet. Okay, now without changing subnet, you have to make it possible that branch 1 should be able to compete with branch 2 in a secure way. So you have to configure the VPN as well as between overlapping subnet. How to do it? We will learn here. After IPv4 VPN configuration, we will also learn how to configure site-to-site VPN using IPv6 addressing. Done. So after site-to-site VPN, next you will learn here SSL VPN. On Palo Alto, SSL VPN is called Global Protect. So first we will do theory, then we will do practical. In SSL VPN, we do the practical of full tunnel with split tunnel as well as with split tunnel with site-to-site VPN integration. So this split tunneling you can do for private IP address as well as with public IP address. In which scenario we will do, I will explain you at the time of lab, but not now. Okay, after SSL VPN or Global Protect VPN, we will learn here that what is vWire. Some of you have knowledge, yes, that there is a firewall deployment which is called transparent firewall. Transparent firewall is a layer 2 deployment, okay, in which we insert firewall in existing network without changing the topology here. Okay, Palo Alto use marketing term vWire for transparent firewall, or you can say in Palo Alto, transparent firewall feature is called virtual wire. So we will learn what is vWire and how to implement it on IPv4 and IPv6 network. Next, after vWire, we will learn here what is HA, high availability. And in this HA because if we will use only one firewall that can goes down, there can be a single point of failure. To solve this problem, we use two firewall, we put them in a group, and when we will put them in a group, actually we deploy HA. In HA we can group two Palo Alto firewalls. Okay, and if you are using clustering on Palo Alto firewall, then you can group up to 16 firewalls in a group. Okay, so we will learn here what is active passive HA. Then we will do the lab of with IPv4 and IPv6. So whatever we have discussed till now, these are normal firewall features. Now these next below features can only provide next generation firewall like decryption, app ID, content ID, URL filtering, wildfire user ID. So these features are provided by only next generation firewall like Palo Alto firewall, like FortiGate firewall, like Checkpoint firewall. Okay. So when we say how many firewalls are next generation firewall, in present time there are three leaders: Palo Alto, Checkpoint, and Fortinet. And these three vendors firewall provides same set of features. Name can be same and name can be different. Now let's understand what is decryption and why it is necessary in present time. To understand it, let's draw a diagram here. We are talking about decryption. So assume we have a PC here, and PC is connected with a firewall, Palo Alto firewall or any firewall. That firewall is connected with internet, and internet is connected with a server, any public server. Then, okay, on this firewall, we will deploy a policy that if any traffic will come from inside to outside, they can go, or we can say we will allow here that which protocol like HTTPS. When we will allow HTTPS on Palo Alto firewall, my client can establish SSL session with the public server, and with the help of this session, my client can communicate with the server in a secure way. Because when we establish SSL tunnel from client to server, then communication will be secure here. Now, it's good thing that client and server, they are communicating in a secure way. But what is the problem? Problem is this: if client is able to establish session SSL or HTTPS session with the server, now everything is hidden here. Only client know and server know. Using this tunnel, this client can exchange data, can exchange virus, can exchange spyware, can exchange restricted file format which are not allowed in the organization to upload and download, as well as there can be a data loss here. Okay, now problem is this: the protocol which was designed for secure communication, now users are using that protocol to bypass firewall. When client will establish session with the server, now firewall has no idea what is going under the SSL tunnel. Firewall, IPS IDS, or any device is now bypass which is coming in the path of client and server. Now we have to stop users these kinds of transmission. We have stopped viruses, we have stopped spyware upload download, file upload download, and we have to stop data loss in our organization. To do this, our firewall should be capable to implement decryption. Palo Alto firewall support decryption. When we will enable decryption on Palo Alto firewall, then what will happen? This Palo Alto firewall or any firewall which support decryption will not allow client to directly establish session with the server. When we will enable decryption, then there will be a one session between client to firewall and one session will be between firewall and public server. Now you can see that when data will be internal, only at that time traffic will be encrypted. But when data is available on the Palo Alto firewall, that will be available in the plain text format. Okay. When we have data in plain text format, we can check it with the help of security policy that actually which kind of data is allowed to upload and download. So what we can do with the help of decryption? With the help of decryption, we can see user data, that which kind of data user is uploading and downloading with the help of SSL protocol. And when we will enable this decryption, as you can see on the screen, there will be two sessions. When the connection will be break in two parts, one connection or session from client to Palo Alto, and second session will be between Palo Alto and public server. When data is available on the Palo Alto firewall, that is in plain text format. When data is in plain text format, we will filter that data with the help of security profiles. On Palo Alto Firewall, we have security profiles like antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and DLP. We have these security profiles. So this data will be filtered with the help of these security profiles. These security profiles will remove any virus, any spyware, any file. They will protect network from any kind of data loss. Only then the data can be downloaded, or we can say data can be uploaded. So this is the advantage of decryption, that we can see what is going under SSL tunnel when clients are communicating to public server. And Palo Alto can do it, as well as any another next generation firewall can also do it, like Checkpoint and FortiGate. Here it is just intro. In detail, we will discuss at the time when decryption topic will come, but here it is just an awareness that what Palo Alto Firewall can do and basically how it will work. After decryption, we have here next topic. Yes, Sunil.
So, sir, if I am an admin in an organization and I am managing this Palo Alto firewall,
Mhm.
that data after the decryption policy applied, it is in the plain text. So, can
Mhm.
we read the end user data what he is sending?
On normal firewalls or small firewall, you can't read it. But yes, when we are talking about high-end series firewall, like in some documentation, it is mentioned that if you have a 7000 series firewall, you can't read, but you can send that decrypted data with a dedicated port to a management station where you can read it, but directly on Palo Alto, you can't read it.
Okay. So, sir, if end user is doing any swapping and he's using his debit card, credit card, it is the SSL traffic.
Mhm.
So, can we read also that data?
No, no, no. Whatever I'm saying on,
Hmm.
if
No.
you are admin, listen.
Hmm.
If you are admin and you have Palo Alto access and you think that using that session you can read, then forget it. You can't read. What I'm saying, if you have only dedicated firewall like 7000 series firewall, they have a dedicated port. You can't read the data on Palo Alto UI, but you can only send that data to a server where you can read it, but not here. Okay. And if you are worried that client is doing the shopping, okay, then I will say in the company you can give it, you can give them and you can tell them that yes, we are doing the decryption of SSL traffic and we are watching your transaction. So don't do shopping here. Okay, if you want to do shopping, you have mobile app, connect that to your mobile data, do the shopping. Don't use the company premise internet if you are worried that your data can be compromised or can be misused. Or additionally, what we can do here, we can bypass some website traffic. If anyone is going for financial website, if anyone is going for your shopping sites, then you can say to Palo Alto that don't decrypt such kind of data. Got it?
Okay, so we have like a small Palo Alto firewall, and we are using the description profile there. So we can't that traffic to the management like some other server. We
No,
can't send.
you can't send.
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Welcome. Okay. Next is here. Next we have here app ID. So what is app ID? To understand it, let's go with diagram here. Okay. Same scenario. we are we have app ID, which is called application identification. We have a PC, Palo Alto, internet. We have a server here like Facebook, and we have server like Gmail. Now, what client will do? Client will hit to the server and it will establish a session with the server. And 1 minute, we need to. First, client will establish a session with the Gmail and Facebook. Then there will be another session using that session or under that session. And there can be different session during that communication. Now you will say, what is this? First of all, let me draw it. Then it will be easy for us to understand. I think sufficient. So when client will hit to Facebook, it will use dynamic port number like 1025 and it will hit to the server port number 443. Same here. Client will use a dynamic port number like 1026 and it will hit to the server port number 443. We have single session with the server. Same here. You can see. So first, client will establish a session with the Facebook server, which belongs to SSL. Then there will be a session with Facebook. Under that SSL session, that client can establish a session of Facebook chat, Facebook post, Facebook games, and Facebook events like this. Same here. Client is communicating with Gmail. First session will be SSL. Next session will be with Gmail. Under the Gmail, user can establish another session like upload Google Docs, or we can say here Google Docs upload Google Docs download, Google Docs editing, Google Docs sharing. Done. If I will allow on Palo Alto Firewall port number 443, then user will be able to access these all applications. Now, what I want that user should not be able to upload or download documentation with the help of Google Drive link. User should not be able to do chatting and posting and games under or with Facebook session. To obtain this, we need to use here app ID, which is called application identification. Now, question is what is application? Because this thing was introduced by Palo Alto, I am using the same words. So Palo Alto says that there is no specific definition for application, but yes, we have to give some definition. So application is a session or communication which can be identified, monitored, and controlled. So a session or communication which can be identified, monitored, and controlled, we can call that application. For example, Palo Alto Firewall can identify the session of SSL. It can identify the session of Facebook. It can identify the session of Facebook chat, Facebook post, Facebook games, and Facebook event. Same here. Palo Alto Firewall can identify, yes, this is SSL session, but at this time, under this SSL tunnel, this is Gmail session, this is Google Docs, this is upload, this is editing, and this is sharing. So what Palo Alto Firewall can do with the help of application identification, Palo Alto Firewall can identify, monitor the session or communication between client and servers. Okay, so what is the main advantage here? It is in front of you. Normal firewall, we will allow the port number 443. Then all these applications will work here. But we want to control the applications which are being used on port number 443, or we can say port number 80. So in this way, you can identify, monitor, and control them. Now, question is this: how Palo Alto Firewall can identify it? Palo Alto Firewall use application signatures. Okay, on Palo Alto Firewall, this firewall use here application signatures here, and those signatures are provided by Palo Alto Network, and these signatures are updated weekly. So every week, Palo Alto Firewall or Palo Alto Network generates new signatures which you can download on the Palo Alto Firewall. You can enable them, and after download or enables, then Palo Alto Firewall can identify the application, and after identification you can control them, that which session is allowed and which session is denied here. Done. So this is your app ID, but remember it, app ID will work perfectly when you will enable decryption, because with the help of SSL session, every data, whatever the data is going under the session, that will be encrypted. Then to identify it, we have to, first of all, we have to enable here decryption. Only then you can identify it. Yes, Ravinder, you want to say something?
Yeah, sir, app signature is kind of patch which is
Not,
updated by.
not, not, not patch. For example, you see that on some firewalls we download antivirus signatures, anti-spyware signatures. So some kind of signatures available which you have to download directly from the Palo Alto, or you can download from the Palo Alto website, you can upload to the firewalls. So these are just like signatures, as we have specific signatures for IPS IDS signatures available, same kind of signatures are available for applications as well. Clear?
Okay, fine. Yeah, thanks.
Next we have here. So next we have here content ID. So till now what we have understood, okay, with the help of decryption, we can read the data, that which kind of data is going under the SSL tunnel. With the help of app ID, we can identify that, okay, when data is in plain text format, which applications client is using, we can allow or we can deny the applications according to our requirements. Now, next is here content ID. So what is the content ID here? Okay, so to understand content ID, let's go through with diagram. Same scenario. We have client connected with Palo Alto, Palo Alto connected with internet here, and we are discussing here content ID, or we can say content identification. We have a public server here. We will allow that my client can go to internet. Client will send a request to internet. Request will go to public server. Public server has some data. That data will be download from public server to internal client. But it is also possible that data can have virus, can have spyware. Okay. There can be some file format like .exe file, .pdf file, which is not allowed to download in the organization. Okay, for example, but yes, user can do it. So we want to control that. To control that kind of transaction, that user should not be able to download virus, spyware, and file in our organization, we have to enable content ID on Palo Alto Firewall. Okay, so we will enable this content ID on Palo Alto Firewall. And when we will enable this thing, actually it is only a marketing term. So you will see here that Palo Alto Firewall has security profiles, which we discuss some intro hint I give you at the time of decryption, that Palo Alto Firewall has security profiles. And how many types of security profiles we have? Like antivirus profiles, anti-spyware profile, file blocking, and data filtering profiles. Okay, when you will enable antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and data filtering profile on Palo Alto Firewall, this will be called as content ID. Okay, it's just a marketing term. It may be possible that yes, another vendors like FortiGate and Checkpoint, they have same features, but they don't call that content ID. So leave that. When we will enable antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and data filtering profile on Palo Alto Firewall, Palo Alto use marketing term. Yes, this is content ID. Now, what will be the advantage? First, client will send request through firewall to internet server, or this is our public server. Now public server has some data, okay, and data has some virus, has some spyware, okay. It may be possible that has some restricted file like .exe, for example. When this data will arrive at firewall, this data will be filtered with the help of antivirus profile, anti-spyware profile, and file blocking profile and data filtering profile. If any data contain virus spyware.exe file, that will be blocked here only. So these security profiles will remove any kind of impurities from the data, and what we will receive with the help of these profiles, we can clean our data, or we can say we will remove any impurities, then only a pure data, or we will say here clean data will be of client. That client will receive a data without any virus, without any spyware, and you can also control that which kind of file specific user can't download and upload. You can control the file type, as well as you can also enable data filtering. So again, I'm saying that it is only just a marketing term, and when you will enable antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, and data filtering profile on your Palo Alto firewall, this will be called as content ID, and using it, you can remove viruses, spyware from your data. Okay. Now, question is this: is
Excuse me,
this
sir.
yes?
So security profiles are inbuilt with the Palo Alto firewall and in other firewalls everywhere. Everything.
No.
That's we have to
Listen.
create this one.
Listen. On all firewalls, these profiles are by default inbuilt there. Okay. So some are system defined, some are user defined. System defined profiles means which are by default available on the firewall. You can use that, as well as admin can also create their own profiles if they want to create. Okay, by default these profiles are not enabled on the security policy, so you have to enable it. If you think that when we will apply the rule on Palo Alto firewall, at the time when you will create the rule, if you will enable these profile, only then these profile will works. By default they will not work. But yes, these profiles are by default available on the firewalls like Palo Alto, like Checkpoint, and on FortiGate firewall, but you have to enable them. They will work only when you will enable them. If you will not enable them, then they will not provide protection to you. Clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Sunil?
Yes, sir. For we need license for the each content ID.
A very good question. So whatever we are discussing here, decryption from decryption till user ID or monitoring and reporting, we need license. You can also enable them on unlicensed firewall, but they will not give you effect. They will not can take effect, or they can't protect you. But if you want that, for example, we want that our data should be protected from virus. For that, you need to enable the profile. To enable the profile, we need to download the signatures. Signatures you can only download when you have the license. The features which I have selected, these will work only on a licensed firewall. On unlicensed firewall, you can configure, but no result you will obtain.
No, we have the licensed firewall, but for the like content ID, we need some additional license.
Yes, there you will see on the license status threat prevention license or advanced threat prevention license. information is there, only then you can download these signatures. This was something about content ID. So I have mentioned here that when you will enable antivirus, anti-spyware, file blocking, when we will enable data filtering profiles on Palo Alto Firewall, that will be called as content ID. Next, okay, so we can control the data, we can identify the application, and we can see what is going under the SSL tunnel. Next important point is here URL filtering. So what is URL filtering? So URL filtering, to understand it, go with diagram. We have a PC. We have a PC connected with Palo Alto. Palo Alto connected with internet. On internet, we have different kinds of servers, like we have Google, we have Facebook, we have YouTube, and we also have torrent servers. We also have gambling servers. Now, when we will do network address translation on Palo Alto Firewall, user can access any website, but we want that user should not be able to access some website. For that, there is no need to purchase any dedicated server like proxy server. Palo Alto says that if you have my firewall, then enable URL filtering there, and with the help of URL filtering, you can control them. When you will enable URL filtering, then you will see that Palo Alto Firewall has inbuilt categories on their web UI, and you can allow or deny them. For example, we have enabled here URL filtering profiles. First category means there will be 70 plus category will be there, okay, which you can enable and disable, which you can allow or deny. First of all, you will see that search engine. Second will be here social site. Next will be here streaming video. Next will be here torrent.
Sir, sir, these all are belong to security profiles, no? URL filtering,
No,
web
no, no.
filtering. No.
This thing will available on under the section of security profiles, but you will also see a dedicated profile there with the name of URL filtering. When you will enable URL filtering, that will be called URL filtering, but this thing will not come under content ID. Clear?
Okay. No, sir. Actually, I'm asking if suppose that there is 10 URL, I have 10 URL, in which
Okay.
I want to block only 2 URL and 8 URL I want to allow. So
Okay.
in this situation, I can use these security profiles. No, there is web filtering like this.
Yes, you can enable it. If, for example, you have 10 or 100 or 10,000 URLs, that is
Okay.
not a big problem. What I want to say here, Palo Alto Firewall has inbuilt category.
Okay.
Okay. So you can use those categories to allow or deny. If you have some URL which are not available here, or you want to specifically block or allow them, then you can create your custom profiles as well. In
Yes.
that
Yes.
custom profile, you can add those URLs. For example, we have here search engine. When we will allow search engine, then Google will work as well as Bing will also work. But I want to block Bing. I don't want to block Google. If I will block search engine, then along with Bing, Google will also block here. So what I will do here, I will create a custom URL category. In custom URL category, I will block Bing. Then I will call that category in my security rule, and I can control that. We will do at the time of practical, but here I want to just make you aware that is what is URL filtering. With the help of URL filtering, you can use inbuilt category, as well as if something is not available there, you can also create your own. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so in this way we have URL profile. So what we have done, okay, we are saying that search engine allow, social sites allow, okay, and streaming video you can block, torrent or gambling you can block. Now what will happen? Client will send request to Palo Alto. I want to go to Google. Palo Alto will check. Search Google belongs to search engine. This is allow. Then client request will be forwarded to the Google, and reply will also allow here. If user will say, okay, I want to access which websites, torrent website, then request will come to Palo Alto. Palo Alto will check, okay, torrent is blocked. Then this access will be blocked here, and one notification will be sent to client that you are not allowed, your request is denied according to the policy. Clear? Sunil, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. So, sir, before applying to URL profile filtering, like we need to apply SSL description because
No,
Palo Alto does not
SS,
know. No,
no,
like,
no.
traffic is
Listen, listen,
443.
listen,
Mhm,
listen, listen. The data is encrypted. Okay.
mhm, mhm,
It will work on URL like www dot what google.com. Okay.
mhm.
So it is what it is. We are talking about URL, that which URL the client is trying to access. Got it? And
Okay.
for this, your decryption is not necessary. We can check it in our lab.
Lab.
Okay. Clear?
Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay.
Now, so with the help of URL filtering, you can control that users can access which website or which URL in your organization, so that you can also enable more control on user activities, because we normal Google, normal YouTube will not spread viruses and spyware. Mostly these kinds of things are spreaded by torrent. So if you will block torrent website access, definitely we are enabling, or we are controlling, or we are securing, we can secure our network in more protective way with the help of URL filtering profiles. Next is here wildfire. Next is here wildfire. What is wildfire? Let's understand it with the help of diagram. We have here PC connected with Palo Alto. Palo Alto is connected with internet. Internet. There is a public server connected on internet. Till now, we have deployed content ID, okay, or app ID. Till now, we have defined on the firewall that if attacks are known, then we need to deny them. Attacks are known, an action, and we have to deny them. How we can identify that attacks are known? Because we have here signatures like antivirus, anti-spyware, and file blocking signatures are. Now we have a user on. This is our public server. Through firewall, user will send request to public server. In the response, user download a file. This file will be checked against non-attack. In the file, there is no virus, there is no spyware. Then this file will be allowed here because there is no non-attacks available in the file. Done. It's okay. So all firewalls works on this way that if they know the attack, they can deny that attack. Normal file will be allowed here. Now, what will happen if file contain any virus, any spyware, or any restricted file? When such kind of file will arrive at firewall, firewall will check, yes, at this time one or all signatures are matching. When we can identify the attack, yes, these are the viruses, then what the firewall will do? Firewall will deny that file or deny that transmission. It's okay. So only firewall can deny non-attack. But what will happen if this file contain a zero-day attack, ZDA? We can call it zero-day attack or unknown. Now, file contain a zero-day attack or unknown attack, which is not yet realized that it is attack. If that file will come at firewall, firewall will try to match the pattern with the attacks which are not matching. If file is not matching with our attack signatures or virus signatures, it means there is no threat in the file, there is no attack, then this file with ZDA will bypass the file which contain ZDA, zero-day attack, Z bypass the firewall. Okay. Now this file will go to client, and now if this client open this file, client is compromised now. Now question is this: can we protect our network from these kinds of unknown attack or zero-day attack? Yes, we can protect our network. How we can protect? We can protect our network from these kinds of attack with the help of sandbox inspection. We can protect our network with the help of sandbox. inspection. And sandbox inspection is called wildfire on Palo Alto Firewall. So we have to enable sandbox inspection, or we can say wildfire on Palo Alto Firewall. When we enable sandbox inspection or wildfire on Palo Alto Firewall, we define a rule on Palo Alto like if attacks are known. If you don't know the attack, then send information to cloud/data center. With the help of sandbox inspection or with the help of wildfire, we configure the firewall in this way that if attacks are unknown, you don't know the attack, then send the information to cloud. Cloud means data center. So here you can assume that we have Palo Alto data center
Sir,
connected.
sir, sir,
Yes,
if you
yes.
apply sandbox infection, then you can get latency in our network. Now, suppose that data center your server is my remote location, and my location is like 2,000 kilometers. And if any packet going to first authentication to DC or any server, so it may be latency on the network, no, sir.
Yes, there will be latency, but at this time we are not talking about latency. We are talking that how sandbox inspection or
Okay,
Palo Alto firewall will work here. Okay.
okay,
And
okay,
if there is any proxy server which is in remote branch, or we can say in data center, that in that at that time the latency will be in milliseconds. So there is no such problem of latency when we are using a remote proxy or remote cloud. Okay.
sir, any way to like manage this traffic on like location, not my traffic not goes to DC or any cloud on only my own location. It can be mesh any survey on Palo Alto firewall.
Actually, Rahim Khan, whatever you want to say, you have to explain with the diagram. In this way, I can't explain it. You have to show me, okay, this is my branch and here is my data center. Now, how we can divert the traffic, on that we can discuss. Okay. But in
Okay,
this
sir.
scenario, we are not talking about that.
Okay,
Here
sir.
we are just only, we can go with your question, no doubt. But first of all, you have to show me that yes, this is my diagram, this is my requirement, how we can do this.
Okay,
You
sir.
are saying something, I am getting something or understanding something, then I will explain something. That will be not a clear picture. Clear picture
Okay,
will be when you will show me, okay, diagram,
yes.
that this is my diagram, this is my connectivity, this is my expectation, how we can do this, on that we can discuss. Clear?
Okay, sir.
And one more thing, one a simple rule is here, uh, in the networking as well, in real life as well. If we want to achieve something, then something we have to give up. Only then we can achieve. For example, some people says that, okay, if we will deploy proxy server, then there will be a delay. Definitely there will be a delay. So either you forget URL filtering. If you want URL filtering, then you have, and you are using proxy server, then you have to bear the delay. So delay will not be in minutes or in hours. That will be in some milliseconds. So we can adjust that. For example, normal discussion. Okay, I'm not saying that my words will hurt you or your questions
Mhm.
are hurting me. Simple. For
Mhm.
example, when we go to airport in India,
Mhm.
mostly they recommend us that you have to arrive at airport before 2 hours before the departure. So why this procedure? So that you can normally do the scanning process. So if you don't want security, then you can save your time, then you can bypass the procedures. But at that time, security is the priority, then you have to bear the delay. So same thing is here. Clear?
Yes, sir. Okay, I got it.
Mm. So this is the Palo Alto, we can say data center. This is Palo Alto DC. Okay, leave it. Here I need to draw a lot of things. So Palo Alto. Okay, so for your information, I have just only written here that if attacks are unknown, send information to cloud. Only this thing I have mentioned, nothing more than this. And in right hand side, I have mentioned this is Palo Alto data center, or we can say cloud here. Now, let's repeat it again. For example, user is trying to download a file and we have enabled here sandbox inspection, or we can say we have enabled here wildfire. Then what will happen? File will arrive with 0-day attack, then firewall will check that file with non-attack, but file will not match with non-attack. At this time, the file will match with unknown attack. If file is matching with unknown attack, then the Palo Alto firewall will send this information to Palo Alto cloud. Firewall will send the file which contain ZDA. Please,
Hello.
Sunil bolo.
Sir, if like Palo Alto is sending the traffic, unknown traffic to Palo Alto cloud, so
Okay.
it will go via like management interface or like it will use a specific port or like something.
By default, Palo Alto Firewall use management interface, and if you want to use any another interface, you have to define that. Okay. There is a called service route on Palo Alto Firewall, and by default, management interface is used for all the services. If you want to send any specific request like DNS request, if you have internal DNS server that is not connected with management, then you have to tell that which kind of traffic should be forward through inside interface or management interface or outside interface. You have to tell, but by default, firewall will use management interface. Clear?
Yes, sir. So all the model of the Palo Alto firewall have dedicated management interface.
Yes, all firewalls have dedicated management
Okay.
interface. Hmm. So file will go to cloud. File will go to cloud, or cloud is actually the data center of Palo Alto. Then the file will be submitted to the cloud, which contain ZDA, 0-day attack. Now they will work on it. Who will work on it? For example, as you have seen that we have in 2019 entire world encounter with corona. Okay, we have brain specialist, heart specialist, skin specialist. They can't do in that condition anything, but yes, we have a dedicated doctors. Okay, so which or who's invented corona vaccine? Same here. In Palo Alto data center, they have hired dedicated engineers or expert. They will analyze it, that whatever the file submitted by the firewall, that is actually a virus. Then what they will do? They will generate up. They will generate update of the virus, or we can say they will generate wildfire update, or they will generate here solution of it, virus solution. They will generate that how we can stop it, and this solution will get two names. First name will be called here wildfire update, and second name will be called here antivirus update. So this wildfire update will be sent to Palo Alto Firewall through internet. The firewall will accept it and it will add that wildfire update in its own database. Now, the attack which was unknown for the firewall, now it is known. When attack is known, then what firewall will do? Firewall will block it. But question is this, there will be a time between these unknown attack to non-attack procedure. So if we submit any file to cloud and we get update, Palo Alto says that we within 3 to 5 minutes we can send you wildfire update if you will send file to us. So what will happen between that period? So in that period we can say that before update ZDA will be allowed. Before update ZDA will be allowed, but after update ZDA 0-day attack we deny. After update your 0-day attack will be denied. But remember it, in this entire process, they says that we will, if you have submitted a file to us, we will send that file update to you after, or we can say within 3 to 5 minutes. Only who have wildfire subscription, subscription on their firewall, they can send 0-day attack information and they can get the update. But normal users who don't have wildfire subscription, like we have another Palo Alto firewall and it has no wildfire subscription, that firewall will get the same update as antivirus update after 24 hours. So firewall 2 which has no wildfire subscription, then the same update will go to Palo Alto Firewall, or Palo Alto Firewall without wildfire subscription will get the same update after 24 hours. So this is of your wildfire, that if there is any unknown attack in the market, you can get the update or signature of that attack within 3 to 5 minutes. Otherwise, if you don't want to purchase, definitely you will get the update of that attack as a antivirus update, but that update will come after 24 hours. Now
Sir,
question is,
additional license required, na sir?
yes, for
For
this,
wildfire, no?
yes, not additional. When you purchase, you will purchase firewall from the Palo Alto firewall, then you will ask them that we need license. Then they will
Okay.
ask you that which features license you want. You will tell them and they will charge accordingly. They will give a code to you. You will apply the code to the Palo Alto firewall. Then automatically the firewall will register itself with the Palo Alto network and it will download the features or signatures, or it firewall will enable the features according to the license whatever you have purchased from the distributor. Clear?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
Sunil.
Thank you.
So
Sir,
like if I purchase a
normally,
firewall,
One person at a time.
go ahead,
if we
Sunil.
okay, thank you. If we purchase a firewall and we do not have the like wildfire license, but after 6 months or 1 year, I realize that I need this license. So can we buy later?
Yes, you can buy late. You just need to miss when uh you can what you can do, you can activate license on firewall using two way. So first, you when you will purchase license, you will get a login ID on Palo Alto portal. Okay, from that portal you can download your authorization code which you have purchased from the Palo Alto. You can apply them, or you can register your Palo Alto firewall at the portal. So using both way, you can do it. You can do it when you will purchase it, or later, or whatever later. If you don't want to purchase the features at that time, add you can also add on the feature later. Clear? But mostly companies do purchase the license at the time of firewall purchase. Clear?
Okay. So this license is like one-time license, or we have to renew every
These
year,
are
or like.
these are annually, or you can say some license based on annual. Okay, some license can come for 5 year or for 7 year, like this. So that thing you have to discuss with the distributor to whom you are purchasing the firewall or license. But yes, these are subscription based. These, or we can say these are time based license, not for forever. Some license comes perpetual, means for forever, but these wildfires subscription, I think it comes annually, not for forever.
Okay, like
Sir, how
my one traffic is matching to the antivirus policy profile.
So,
Okay, and the
sorry,
same
one.
traffic,
Please repeat again. Please repeat again.
yeah, my one connection is matching to antivirus policy. It's like match as a virus in my
Okay.
traffic. Okay, the
Mhm.
same traffic can be matched in wildfire policy.
Not in this way. Listen, simple. If technically it will work in this way, different colors I am using only to make you understand. Okay, these are non-attack signatures or patterns, or you can call them in another vendor. These are IPS IDS signatures available on the Palo Alto firewall, which can identify that this kind of traffic is attack here. Clear? Now, if this kind of pattern will come, so you can easily see here that it is not matching with which one? It is not matching with my non-antivirus or anti-spyware signature. So only the traffic which will not match with non-attack, okay, and that contain abnormal pattern, only that traffic will go to where? It will go to your unknown attack, or it will go to wildfire profile. If some traffic is only already identified by the non-attack, then that will never go to your wildfire profile. Clear?
Okay, if some traffic is matched, then it will be denied.
Yes, if you know the attack, then it will
Hmm.
be deny. If you don't know the attack, only that traffic will go to unknown attack category, or that will go to wildfire profile.
Okay.
And yes, Akbar, you want to say something, or
no, it's clear. Why? Because
okay?
I was just I was supposed to ask you like if we are renewing annual license of the firewall. Normally in our company we have Palo Alto. If once you are renewing, it includes everything, or how come we need to check that one? Just I need to know what are the subscriptions which we have purchased during the firewall, right? Because I'm a new joiner in that. Okay, and I have to know what are the subscriptions of included along with the firewall. Do you have any such type of things so we can check?
Not in this way. Listen, first of all, for example, in journal practical, I just want to make sure that my client should be able to access internet. Okay. And in another words, these examples only I'm giving here only to make you understand. For example, I want to travel from one place to another place. First of all, I will see my requirement, I will see my budget. Only then I will use the vehicle like two-wheeler, four-wheeler, plane, or train, etc., etc. here. And if I think, no, I want to go to one place to another place and I want to go through via plane, but just I want to move from my one room to another room, and to go to from my one room to another room, I will never purchase a flight ticket. Okay, same here. Why we will go to Palo Alto? We will go to Palo Alto Firewall only when our requirements are not fulfilled by the normal firewall. Now, question is, what is normal firewall? For example, in our organization, we have Cisco ASA. And with the help of Cisco ASA, we can only make this thing possible that my lane can communicate with internet, but I can't see. What I can't see? I can't see that what kind of data users are sending through SSL tunnel. So so Cisco ASA can't do it. So what I need to see the data, what is going under the SSL tunnel. I need I need decryption. So ASA doesn't support it. So I need a firewall which support decryption. Then we have three options: Palo Alto firewall, Checkpoint firewall, and FortiGate firewall. These three firewalls can do decryption, as well as I also want that when the data will enter in my organization through firewall, I want to block viruses and spyware. So I need antivirus and anti-spyware solutions. So Palo Alto provide that, Checkpoint provide that, FortiGate provides that. So you can choose any. I want to control the URL access. ASA can't do it. Next generation firewall can do it. So you can choose any. I want to enable, means in present time I want to protect my network from 0-day attack, so I need to sandbox inspection. So sandbox inspection supported by these three firewall. You can purchase any. Okay, so in this way, first of all, when we will, for example, I need a firewall, I will contact to distributors, they will give me the quotations. Okay, so we have this kind of firewall, and when any person will come from the distributors, okay, they will ask us first question: what is your requirement? We will tell them the requirement what we have, then they will give the solution, they will give the product, they will give the license according to the requirement. But first of all, we have to tell them what is my or what are our requirements. Only they can give the suggest the license, they can give the product. Okay, without it, it is hard to say that which features we required. Clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Now, one thing, sir, I need to confirm now. Unknown attacks means the malware attacks which in GCC, like we're normally we are facing malware attacks, it comes under unknown attacks only, right? This
Not
will be,
in this way, not in this way. Listen. Okay. In 2019, a virus came in the world with the name of corona. So what were the symptoms of corona? Simple. When the virus will enter in body for 1 day or 2 day, nothing, normal fever will be there. If you will not get treatment, then conditions will be worst, and then after a few days, the man gone from the world. So normally the symptoms are same, just like normal fever, but that was not the normal fever, that was abnormal. Same here. Unknown attack means here we have a diseases, we know the symptoms, that this is the this disease and this is the solution. So when we know the disease and we have medicines, they will be counted as non-diseases. But some new diseases will born day by day in new form. So that disease, or we can say that virus, which is a virus but we don't know how harmful is this, so that will be known or comes as unknown attack or 0-day attack. That attack means when attack will be known, when one attack was launched organization, we realize that we take a sample of the virus, we went to the vendor, then they will give us a antivirus solutions. Okay, so when we know the attack and we have signature to prevent that, that will be called as non-attack. But what is zero-day attack? An attack which is really attack, but that is harmful for us. But till now, we have not realized it, or till now, we don't have the solution of that attack. That will be called as unknown attack. Clear?
Thank you so much. It's clear.
Just like Corona in 2019, we realized that yes, it is a virus, but we had nothing. So entire world was affected by the corona, and entire 1 year was spent to discover the vaccine. Okay, so in the 2020 or mid of 2020, the world has or had vaccine, but at that time we can't inject it in human body. There were some trials. Okay, and about 2 to 3 years were spent to vaccinate entire world. In the same way here, so sometime this is the disease, but you can't protect that the network, you can't protect the environment, because you have not tested it, because the before injecting the vaccine, or before any whatever another treatments, there are some limitations here. So same thing is here. Without stretching the topic here, come to the point. If we know the attack, that is called non-attack, and if we don't know about the attack, that will be called as unknown attack or zero-day attack. Okay, so what is sandbox inspection here? Sandbox inspection is a network process in which a device sends a file to a dedicated system for deeper inspection. Because Palo Alto Firewall, where it is operating, it has limited resources, and it has to do another functions as well as routing. It need to do netting. It need to do, and it needs to implement the policy. At that time, firewall can't spend the time to analyze the file. That's why a firewall or IPS or IDS devices normally sends a file to a dedicated system for deeper inspection. That dedicated system analyze the file, they realize it, yes, whatever is this, it is an attack or virus. Then that dedicated system will generate solution for that. That solution will be announced as two names: wildfire update and antivirus update. Wildfire update will be delivered to the Palo Alto Firewall. Palo Alto Firewall will accept it, and it will start protecting the network until, or we can say before realizing the threats, or before realizing the attack, we will call it a before update. Zero-day attack will be allowed, but when you have update, after update, ZDA will be deny here. Question is, how much time will be spent in this entire process? Documentation says that if you have submitted a file to the cloud, then within 3 to 5 minutes you will get the update. But they sell these things with term and condition. If your update will match or will be identified as unknown attack, only then we will send you update. Otherwise, we will not send you update. So this sandbox inspection is called wildfire at Palo Alto Firewall. So wildfire and sandbox inspection both are the same thing, or we can say wildfire is the marketing term of Palo Alto Firewall for sandbox inspection. Clear?
Excuse me, sir.
Boliye.
So, in a short way, we can say that unknown attack. It means when the Palo Alto firewall unable to means if traffic came into the Palo Alto firewall and Palo Alto firewall unable to found the security rule means allow rule or deny rule.
No,
So
not in
it's
that.
simply
No,
sent
no,
to sandbox inspection.
no. Whenever the file will come, the firewall will match the file with antivirus signature, anti-spyware signatures. Okay, when we
Okay.
have normal data 1010, it has nothing to do with antivirus and anti-spyware. When data is normal, that normal data will go to the client. But when data is contain some abnormal patterns, abnormal pattern, but
Mhm.
that abnormal pattern doesn't match with our non-signature. Along with normal data, abnormal pattern is coming, but that abnormal pattern is not matching with my non-attack. So it such kind of data,
Not matching means deny for deny
no,
policy
not
is not
matching.
matching.
Listen.
Yeah.
You are ill, okay,
Hmm.
or leave it. You are a means you are a healthy person. How you
Mhm.
can define yourself? You are a healthy person.
Mhm.
Give me the certain criterias that you can say I am a healthy person.
When I don't have any type of fever, means any type of illness.
Okay, then how you will define that you are not ill?
Uh, when my normal activities means it is normal activities.
Okay, listen.
Mhm.
We listen. So how we can define a person is healthy? We will
Mhm.
check the heart rate. Okay,
Mhm.
we will check the blood pressure. We will
Mhm.
check body temperatures. Okay, and basis on that we will define. Okay, if heart rate is about 80 to 95, that we can say it is normal. Okay,
Mhm.
when body temperature is in the certain parameters, it is normal.
Mhm.
Okay, and activities just like normal men, it is normal. Got it or not?
Yeah.
But how you can say that that particular, okay, tell me how you can decide that this particular person is now dead? How you can say?
When its heart rate is not going.
Okay, heart rates are not going, he is not breathing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have only two parameters using which we can say the body is dead, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
For example, okay, or I'm taking the example of first one, that man is not breathing. Okay,
Mhm.
but there are some people who can hold their breath more than 5 minutes, more than
Mhm.
10 minutes, more than
Okay.
15 minutes, or more than 20 minutes. Yes or no?
Yes.
So it means if you will apply that criteria that man is not breathing, then it means you are burning a alive man. Got it or not? Or
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are going to burn a alive man, so that criteria goes fail here, correct?
You're right.
Okay, so it will not be a good condition to define that man is dead based
Mhm.
on the breath. Got it or not?
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, another criteria we can take. Okay, heartbeats. Okay, so the men who can hold their breath, they can also control the heartbeat as well. Okay,
Mhm.
for example, if heart is not pumping within 1 minute, that is dead. But it is
Mhm.
also possible the in another, I'm not going in that way, but yes, people can also control their heartbeat as well for 1 hour, for 2 hour, for 7 days. So that will
Mhm.
be also not a good criteria. Got it or
Okay.
not? So
Yeah.
that
Got.
goes in different level, in which domain which we are not too much expert. Got it or not?
Yeah. Got it.
But same here, as a human being, we will just go to doctor. Doctor will check the heart rate. Okay, it is
Mhm.
not pumping or whatever. Then they will declare it is dead. You can take him or her and do whatever you want to do. Same
Mhm.
here. We have not to worry that what is known or unknown. Okay, what
Okay.
I mean to say to you, whenever a file will come to Palo Alto Firewall has inbuilt signatures, just
Mhm.
like we have another parameters for another activity in day-to-day
Right.
life. So firewall will automatically do it, that okay, file will come, match with known.
Mhm.
Okay, if matching with known, firewall no, when normal data is coming,
Mhm.
firewall has nothing to do, because firewall know better than. How you can say firewall know better than us? Okay, if you know more than firewall, just remove the firewall and control the traffic
Mhm.
according to you. But we know as a human being, we can't check bit by bit. That's why we have generated such kind of devices which can control in the presence of us or without our presence. So they know is more accurate more than us, so they will do it. So whenever the file will come, they will match with non-attack. If any file is matching with non-attack, normal data will go in out, no problem with that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now we are talking about abnormal data. So abnormal
Suspected
data,
data.
yeah, suspected data, that will be, or malicious traffic, that will be matched with non-signature. If non-signature says that yes, we have identified it, then they will block it. If they say no, we can't identify it, then only that traffic will go to wildfire profile. Clear?
Okay, means Palo Alto is that much of intelligent that it come to know that there is a something suspicious and it need to send to sandbox inspection.
Yes, it is
Oh,
intelligent.
yeah.
Or
Okay.
we have to believe it. Otherwise, we have no option.
Okay. Okay.
Clear? For
Yeah.
example,
Excuse me, sir.
mhm,
Means Palo Alto can understand it is a unknown attack, or we need to identify.
no, you have to
Uh,
just enable this thing. You
uh,
have to tell this thing only. You will enable this thing.
yeah.
Antivirus, anti-spyware signature, you need to enable. Then you
Hmm.
need to enable this option. If attack is unknown, then send to cloud. Only this.
Okay,
You have
means
to you have to do nothing.
okay, means if I enable wildfire, then it will be automatically uploaded. Got it.
Yes.
Mm,
Done.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So today only this thing, only this one, because I have next batch which need to start at 11 a.m. Already 5 minutes we are late here. Rest of the things we will discuss tomorrow.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
If you have any questions, please note down and we will discuss tomorrow. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.